Okay, so I'll be reviewing two different decks today. I'll be reviewing the Sacred Self-Care Oracle cards by Jill. Last name is Pyle, and illustrations are by Tatiana. Last name is Vedena. So we have a 55 card deck here with a guidebook. Okay, and the other one I'll be reviewing today is Crazy Love Notes by Chris, last name Carr, and artwork by Lori, last name Portka. And this is a 52 deck oracle. I'm not really sure necessarily I would call this oracle. Crazy, sexy love notes, and these as well. I think of them more just self-care cards, but I suppose that could also fit into the realm of oracle. So that being said, let's dive in first, starting with the self-care cards, which I love. Okay, so the back of the card looks like this, and the front like that. I'm not sure if that's too bright. That might be a little bit better. Maybe better to err on the side of too bright, since you can always turn down the brightness of your screen. So this is the back, and the artwork in the front has this really simple kind of vibe to it. I love the colors they've chosen here. I love the simplicity of it. The cardstock is amazing. It's really, really nice. It does not bend easily. So it's really nice, sturdy cardstock. So let's take a look at a few cards, and I'll read from the deck, from the book. So let me just get the cards straightened together. And to be honest with you, I keep these decks together as one, as I call it, super deck. So I have both my self-care and my crazy, sexy love note cards usually together in this beautiful purple velvet bag that I got on Amazon, which is also where I got the cards and the sage stick. My God, this smells so good. So, first card that comes up. This way we can have a little peek through the guidebook at kind of how that, there we go. Let's see what came up. Pleasure. Oh, it's so funny because I was thinking of the sex card, which yes, there is one in here. So if that is offensive to you, then this would not be your deck. But awesome. We got the pleasure card. Seeing really quickly if I can find the other one, but if I'm meant to come across it, I suppose I will. In the meantime, this is the pleasure card. This is number 40. I do like that the deck is numbered. And I also like the quality of the box. So it's a pull apart type of a box for those who like to keep the box. On the inside, it says, take care of yourself so you can shine your soul's light, which I think is really nice. And really quick, let me just read the back of the box, and then we'll get to the pleasure card. So on the back, it says, treat yourself like a goddess. Connect with your intuition and deepen your self-care practice with the Sacred Self-Care Oracle. This whimsically illustrated deck will help you create rituals to nourish you on the deepest levels your soul is calling for, inviting you to ask, what do I need to feel centered and balanced today? How can I connect with my body's intuition? If I only have a short time for me this week, how should I spend it? Whether you find meaning in the cards alone or consult the in-depth guidebook for mantras, journal prompts, and additional guidance, this powerful healing tool for the modern spiritual seeker gives you permission to put self-care at the top of your to-do list. So that is the back of the box. Now, let's dive into the guidebook and see what it says for pleasure. So the guidebook is in black and white. It's a nice, good quality. The pages are matte. They're numbered with the card. You can see the card pictured. You can see a mantra, and then there's a journal prompt at the bottom, with in between being the guidance for the card. So pleasure. Mantra is, I am worthy of pleasure. So that would be your mantra. It says, our bodies are magnificent temples of joy, bliss, and ecstasy, awaiting exploration. Most of us have an upbringing filled with limiting perspectives about how we can experience pleasure and what kind is appropriate. As we begin to break free from constrictive perspectives, we can explore our bodies and all our senses to find new and more profound experiences of pleasure. This exploration is a very personal process, with the main requirement being an open mind. How funny, I'm teaching a sensual dance workshop on February 1st, and that is one of the things I put on the students' checklist is open mind. Good attitude and open mind. Begin by closing your eyes and tuning into your body. Ask yourself where you want to be touched and how you want to be touched. You can ask your senses what they are craving. What does your nose want to smell? What does your skin want to feel? What do your eyes want to see? What does your mouth want to taste? What do your ears want to hear? Pleasure has unlimited formats, and you can call in whatever one you desire. Journal prompt. What kind of pleasure do you want to call into your life? Now, that's very interesting because I teach sensual dance, and I specifically am using the term sensual because that's exactly what that is. It's an experience where you indulge your senses, whether your sense of touch, your sense of smell, right? This candle too, your sense of sight, which is why I put down a nice fabric and a little decoration. I should have maybe put a little more, but I want the cards to be the main focus. So let's get another card out. Okay, flow like water. So this is the flow like water card. And what number do we have? 24. Awesome. Mantra. I give thanks for the abundant waters of Mama Gaia, so Mother Earth. Water naturally carries intentions with it. As one of the 5 classical elements, it is an incredibly valuable resource for our physical and energetic bodies. It holds the power to purify us physically, emotionally, and spiritually. You can infuse water with intention through your speech, thoughts, and prayers, or by placing sacred symbols of words or positive affirmations under your drinking vessel. So under your glass, you could put a mantra. You could write it down. Yes, you could use a card that already has the message, on it. However, I would personally say that when you handwrite something, you put more power into it, and it's your own personal energy that has flowed onto that paper versus just a card that someone has created that, yes, you've put your energy into as well, but I do think there's just something more personal about writing it out. So writing your intention or your mantra and then placing it underneath your drinking glass when you're about to have your tea or your coffee. It doesn't have to necessarily be just a glass of water because water isn't tea, water isn't coffee. I certainly would suggest water, but if you're like, I'm definitely not, this person who drinks enough water to get a lot of use from that, then perhaps you can incorporate it with your coffee or your tea. Tune into your mind's eye and picture the water cleansing you. Where are you? What kind of water is cleansing you? Is it from the ocean, a river, your bathtub, an ancient water temple? Oh, I love that. Manifest this vision in your life and look for new ways to connect with water. Skate on the ice with intention. Skate on the ice, surf in the sea, paddleboard on a lake, or even simply shower with an intention. Whichever way you go about it, offer great reverence and sincere gratitude for the waters of this earth. Funny enough, I took a nice relaxing bath the other night, and my Facebook post was saying like how much we tend to take for granted, myself certainly included, and how grateful I was just to have water at my disposal anytime, just a turn of a faucet, and I have clean running water, which is something we take for granted but shouldn't, because it's not so readily available to everyone. Journal prompts. What beliefs and patterns would you like to wash away with the help of water? That's fantastic journal prompt and a fantastic action. Let's do a couple more cards. Oh, so funny. What was I just talking about? The bath, and now look what comes up. That's so funny. Okay. Soak in the bath it is. All right, cool. Very cool. Let's see. 46. Oh, I need to get my coffee. I just realized I made it and forgot to bring it out here. Soak in a bath. So the mantra is, I let the healing waters restore me. Baths are an ancient ritual for energetic and bodily cleansing. Gather sacred items like crystals. Be careful about which crystals you bring into either the bath itself, the water, or even bring into your bath if you're going to have the water like hot enough that it's going to cause steam in the room. Some crystals and stones do not do well with water. So just make sure first, like double check that the crystal you want to use is okay to be around water or in water. I personally like using bath salts like lavender, Epsom salt, or Himalaya bath salts. Okay, so crystals, candles, essential oils, and flowers, and sink into the warm water. Imagine the water washing away all that no longer serves you. Connect with the beauty of a meaningful object you've assembled, and imagine their illuminating energy and radiance bathing you. So really choose, if you're going to put decorations around you, choose them carefully so that you can focus on them and they actually add value to your experience. Take your time when washing your hair and body, cleansing and pampering yourself like a goddess or a god. Afterward, nourish your skin with natural oils and creams. Brush your hair slowly and softly. Give yourself a breast or chest massage. Fully relax and stay naked for as long as you can, enjoying the feeling of your body. Journal prompt. How can you make a bath feel more like a sacred self-care ritual? I play soothing music. I have candles in the room that smell nice. I have a nice cold glass of water for me to drink, since I'm sitting in usually really, really hot water. I'll stand in the bath, like the bathroom, for a little while. Before I get into the tub, I run the water really hot so the room's steamy. I have a very small bathroom, so it doesn't take much. So I have this kind of sauna experience first, where I'm just kind of in the bathroom with like the candlelight and sometimes like some flowers, fresh cut flowers I'll bring in. I've got my music going. My hands are actually freezing. I need to go get that coffee. I'll bring like my sage in there, or sometimes my sound bowl. I'll bring in something relaxing to read, or a lot of times I'll put on card review videos, or pick a pile type, videos, which if you're interested in me doing, I've got 75 decks that we could play around with. So basically, how can you make your shower or, bath time feel more like a ritual and less like just another thing to do, so that we can feel really good about it. Let's see if anything else pops out. If not, I'll just take the first card after 1, 2, 3 more. And it's the family card. It's the one that was on top when we, I think, first started this. 23. The mantra: I share unconditional love and receive it in return. Peaceful relations with your family, whether biological, adoptive, or chosen, are incredibly important. Families can offer a sense of unconditional love and be there for you in times of need. You're being called to tune into the energy of unconditional love. Many of us store unresolved family traumas. As time passes and we evolve our perspective, we can find forgiveness in our hearts. We eventually realize that our families have always done the best they could with the resources, level of emotional development, and knowledge they had at the time. Tap into your divine motherly nature as you practice forgiveness and unconditional love. Look for opportunities to heal an old wound with family members and find ways to connect with them, whether it's through a phone call, sharing a meal, or planning a visit. If connecting directly is not possible, try finding peace through meditation and by setting the intention to transform any negativity into feelings of love. Journal prompt: what problem areas, if any, remain unresolved with your family? How do you think resolving any outstanding issues would impact your life? It's a great question. And I know a lot of us struggle with family issues. So there's the family card. Let me just kind of dive into the beginning of this book really quick to see if there's anything super important. It tells you how to store your cards, gives you a brief discussion about how to use them, gives you 1 spread, 2 spread, 3 spreads. So some different ways you can spread the cards and how to read those spreads, which I like, especially the moon ritual one. And then it goes right into the card meanings. So then we'll just do 1 more. And I appreciate you guys sticking around for this video. I am going to do 1 more, and then we are going to review the second one, which does not have a guidebook. So it should be a little faster. I'd like to wrap this up within 30 minutes. Okay, I'm going to go with the journal card. Oh, you know what? And look, I cut the deck in half and the sex card ended up coming up as well. So we'll go over both because I want to make sure that everyone is comfortable so that you're not shocked if you get the deck and you're like, holy crap, you know, I can't believe it says that or whatever. I teach sensual dance, so I have no problem with this card. I love that it's in here. Oh, okay, well, I guess we'll take a quick look at this one. Connect with Earth. Okay, so I'm not going to read the guidebook on that one. I'm just going to say when this comes up, this can mean any number of things. It can mean getting outside, and not just getting outside, but really being present with the elements around you, feeling grounded in the earth with your feet, feeling the air over your skin and in your lungs, taking in the sunshine or the moonlight or the clouds, and really, you know, giving yourself space to appreciate the wonder that is all around us all the time. This could also mean this could mean bringing plants into your house. This could mean donating to an environmental cause. This could mean organizing a community event for a cleanup in your local park or your local streets, you know, something to help Mother Earth. So we have the sex card. I'm not really sure where the other card went, but we'll just do this last one, I suppose. 44. Let's see. So this is what the card looks like. Okay, which is really cool. Actually, just over the weekend, my husband and I did body paints. We did glow in the dark body paints with black light. We took some photos, we listened to music, we just had fun with it. So it's interesting that it kind of looks like body paint. Okay, so the mantra for this card is, I'm experiencing the cosmic orgasm. I'm probably never going to be able to get these videos monetized with these words and stuff, but I really don't care. I think it's ridiculous to have to censor something so natural. It's not like we're demonstrating anything here, like physically. I mean, it's just the word, but I know how YouTube can be. So either way, I don't care. I want you guys to see this card and hopefully take some of the stigma out of sensuality and sexuality. So there's my coffee. I can hear it brewing. Like, it's in the coffee maker still, like ready to go. And when it sits for too long, it gets bitter. So I should probably get up, but here we go. There is a deep well of joy, bliss, and healing available to us through sex when it's treated, keyword, when it is treated as a sacred experience of divine union. To achieve the deepest states of pleasure and connection, we must have an open heart and body, trust, and be able to hold the frequency of pure presence. Tune into your body's innate wisdom to uncover what kind of sexual experience or lover you would like to call in. Through this reflection, acknowledge your sexual history and be honest with yourself about any limiting beliefs, blocks, or trauma you need to work through. If there is a lot to unpack here, you may need to seek the support of a professional, and there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people have had experiences that have caused them to have some level of trauma around sex or sexual talk, or, to even be able to put their own hands on their own body. And if that's the case, there's nothing wrong with seeking out professional support. You want to be able to enjoy your body and your life in as many ways that feels good to you as possible. And it's not possible if you're closed off to the idea of receiving help to unpack certain things that you don't need to keep carrying with you. I myself have been through experiences that has caused some level of trauma in this area. And I've had to spend a lot of time working through that. And I've had to be very, very conscious of choosing the right person to share my body with. That's why I love my husband so much, because he makes me feel secure and safe. And I know I can trust him and I'm comfortable with him. So it's not to say that you have to have this, you have to be married to enjoy sex, or it has to be where you're in love. But number one, it certainly needs to be consensual between all adults involved. Number two, it needs to feel good for you. It should not be about just pleasing someone else or giving in to pressure, because that's not really consent. And there's so much pleasure that can be derived from this particular type of type of joy in life, pleasure. But it's hard to do that if, like I said, you're holding on to things that are not allowing you to freely receive this kind of pleasure from another person, or to give it to yourself. So there's nothing wrong with, acknowledging that maybe there's an issue surrounding this, and that professional help would be beneficial. Nothing wrong with that at all. So those are the self-care cards. I'm going to show you how, we're getting close to 30 minutes. I might go just a tiny bit over, but I definitely will wrap it up within 45. So these do not have a guidebook. Let's see, the card that comes with it says, "Dear friends, my intention behind writing these cards is simple. I want you to feel loved and hugged every time you pick one of these glorious messages." So that's really nice, I like that. This deck is a reminder of your preciousness. Use it as a compass to help you stay on track with your well-being and spiritual practice. Lori and I poured our hearts into lifting yours. She painted every image with you in mind as I meditated on every word. Together, we want you to remember that you are a magnificent, radiant being. The sooner you start embracing that fact and treating yourself accordingly, the sooner your life will begin to unfold with purpose, ease, health, and vitality. Let these love notes guide you back home when you lose your way and remind you to care for yourself at the deepest level. Choose a card anytime you need direction or encouragement. The messages are always there for us. We just need to ask and listen with love. So again, the names are Chris, C-A-R-R at the end, and Lori, last name P-O-R-T-K-A. So if you want to find out more about them, this is the box. And the cards have writing on both sides. So let's just shuffle one out to start. Nope, okay. So the first card we have is the reconsider your commitments. Okay. Have you piled so much on your plate that there's little room for you? Identify what truly matters and graciously decline the rest. There's a universe of meaningful opportunities on the other side of no. In fact, every no makes space for the perfect yes. Your freedom is closer than you think. So that's telling you to really think about, I'm going to get my coffee, so I'm going to be right back. That's telling you to really think about, what are you saying yes to in your life? Because everything that you say yes to is going to require you to spend a certain amount of time, possibly money, probably maybe effort, right? Energy, certainly. And you have to make sure that as you're saying yes, that you're not saying no to things that are really, truly important. So I don't know if you could see the paint on my rug, but yes, that's from the body paints the other night. Okay, so sorry, but I just needed to get my coffee, and I don't want to have to go like searching through the video to find this part so I can cut it out. So be careful about what you're saying yes to, because you don't want your time and energy sucked up into things that don't really matter to you. So we have the you are loved card. So I really love the colors and the artwork here. We have your purpose is joy. And it says, your purpose has nothing to do with how you make a living. That is your vocation, mission, or inspired passion, all worthy. But your purpose is much simpler and bigger. Your purpose is joy. It's about discovering, nurturing, and celebrating who you truly are and knowing and loving yourself at the deepest level. We have slow down. When it feels like our world is spinning out of control, it's easy to get overwhelmed. This is a good time to begin a daily meditation practice. Your mind is the most open and receptive in the morning, which is why it's helpful to start your day with centering exercises. Cultivate stillness within and know that there is no rush. At the end of our days, we won't care about our to-do lists. We'll wish we had loved more, lived more, and been at peace. Don't wait. Slow down now. Pause. Interesting. So now we have the pause card, basically kind of the same thing. If you're unsure about something, taking a moment to step back and make sure it's what you really want to say yes to, or that you really want to say no to. Giving yourself that space to like say, hey, I just need a moment, or I need a couple of days to think about this before I can give an answer. There's nothing wrong with that. And especially in today's world where people want things right now, like immediate everything, immediate gratification all the time. And sometimes we need to just be able to say, no, I can't do that, or let me think about it for a while. Sometimes we need to shut off the phone, the TV, and all of that, and come inward and really give ourselves the opportunity to see what comes up and how we really feel when we don't have all the outside distractions and pressures. We have confidence card. It takes courage to put your butt on the line and go for it. And the best way to strengthen your confidence is to put yourself out there. I cannot tell you how long I have been talking about making these videos. But I've been so worried about everything being perfect that I haven't been able to start. I'm like going back and forth in my mind. Should my face be in the video? Should it just be on the cards? Should I have the camera looking down at the cards? Should I have the cards propped up? So many different questions and so many self-doubt kind of things came up for me that I ended up not doing anything at all. So today, this is my very first video for this channel. Today, I finally was like, enough is enough. I tell people all the time to go out there and do the things they want to do and not overly worry about, will it work out or won't it work out? Will people like it or won't people like it? Sometimes you just got to do it, which is what I'm doing right now. So who cares what other people think? Everybody starts somewhere. I'm starting here. And don't worry about making mistakes. You can always course correct, but you'll never know unless you grow, unless you try. And the more you do, the more confident and successful you'll become. When you shine, we're all inspired to do the same. I love that. Okay, we have the, spruce up your nest came up twice. It's meant to be. So this just talks about making sure that the environment you're in, making sure that it pleases you as best, as much as possible, trying to make your environment, let me see where I like this, trying to make your environment as visually appealing to you as possible, as functional as possible. Wow, that is really hot. Because your environment is going to affect your mindset. Your mindset is going to affect your actions. Your actions will ultimately determine your life. So, your environment, it's worth taking some time, some effort, even if it means putting a little bit of money aside, a little bit at a time until you have enough to save up to maybe buy a new piece of furniture or, buy some paint and paint a new color into the room. But your environment shouldn't stress you out. It should be organized and clean so that you can easily find what you need. You're not stressed out. You're not wasting time and energy looking for things. You're not carrying mental clutter because of the physical clutter in front of you. I have gone as minimalist as I possibly can. I'm very careful. I have 75 decks and I only have 2 storage places for them. 1 basket and 1 nice kind of decorative box. That's it. Because I don't like to look at a lot of clutter. And that's also why I've combined these decks into one. When I'm done with this review, it'll be 1 giant deck. I can still easily shuffle it and I put it in this bag and then I put it in my basket. But anyway, the point is, be careful of your environment, whether it's your work environment, your home environment, but especially your home environment, because it will have an effect on how you feel and, your mindset and ultimately your life overall. So let's just take a look at a few more. We have, be a natural beauty. Your entire body is precious, so choose personal care products that reflect your consciousness and commitment to self-love. Say no to toxins and here we go with this. Say no to something so that you can say yes to something else. Say no to toxins and yes to the healthiest ingredients possible. You deserve to look and feel great, and you are worthy of the effort. Be a natural beauty. So on the front, we have the artwork, and then on the back, we have the paragraph. So there's a little phrase, it's time to rise, and then on the back, we have the paragraph. No matter what's happening in our lives, we always have the potential to rise above it. Rising is one powerful choice away. Rise out of our negative thoughts or limited beliefs. Rise out of our comfort zone or our complaints. Rise out of our slump or out of our potato chip bag. I don't know if that's necessary. Don't attack me. I like my potato chips. Get up and rise. What are you waiting for, darling? So I love that card. Stop comparing. We do that all the time, especially if you happen to be a woman, you're raised in a society that basically tells you you should compare yourself to other women and decide who's more beautiful and who's more worthy. And it's a setup for failure, because we don't get very far when we are either comparing ourselves and putting ourselves down in comparison to someone else. And we also don't get very far by tearing other people down to make ourselves feel better. Share your gifts. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I don't mind being on camera. I mean, I don't mind my face being on camera either. I certainly have, my Facebook is loaded with public Facebook Lives, but I want the focus to be on the cards. Next time I'm going to paint my nails. Usually my nails are painted, and I do like a nice painted nail. Play. Taking some time to play amongst, you know, the chores and the work, and if you have kids, taking care of them. Okay, it's getting a little more drinkable. It's not quite scorching my mouth anymore, the coffee. We have nourish yourself. Offer your love. You are healing. Gossip dims your glow, like we were just talking about. So I'm going to show you just a few more things here. Celebrate your love. When you're tearing other people down, it really doesn't make you look any better than them. If anything, it kind of makes you look like just really insecure, basically, is what I think when I hear somebody talking about someone else. Even if the person gossiping, like let's just say there's two sets of girls and one of them is really conventionally attractive and the other one's not as much, and the conventionally attractive girls are gossiping about the not so conventionally attractive. And when I say conventionally attractive, I mean what we are told by society is attractive. I don't think to myself, oh yeah, those pretty girls, they look so much prettier now that they've made a point to bash those other girls. I think, wow, those other girls are so much more secure in themselves. They must be on some level, because you don't go around bashing people unless you personally don't feel very good about yourself somewhere inside. Whether you can acknowledge that or not is another story. But yeah, people that feel good about themselves don't go around bashing people for no good reason. They don't go around tearing people down for the way that they look. They don't have to put others down so that they can feel uplifted. And I'm going to do just, I think, one more. Oh, I love this Believe card. Oh, that's so pretty. So we have the dance card. Hey, I'm all about dancing. So we have kick up your cute heels and move your glorious body. Feel the music and let loose. Sweat out your prayers and twirl to your intentions. Every cell in your body will rejoice. Exercise is as important to your well-being as healthy eating and processing your stress and emotions. You can shake a tail feather alone, with friends, or with a passionate partner. Dance your gorgeous heart out. And I'm just going to do two more, actually. I'm going to do these last two. I just really want to, so I'm going to. We have the embrace your sensitivity. Yeah, okay. Your sensitivity is the sacred gateway to your intention. It's your special receptive radar that picks up energy and signals. In fact, your sensitivity is one of your greatest assets and the key to your survival. The more you can connect with it, the more miracles and synchronicities you'll attract. Last one, ask for help. We just said a little while ago, there's nothing wrong with it. We all need help at some point. Are you constantly giving to others yet rarely receiving what you need? Then it's time to ask for help. You're not Superwoman or Superman. There's no need to do it all yourself. You have an army of angels on speed dial. Give them a call, communicate your needs, and learn to receive, dear one. When we're open to the help that's all around us, the universe provides assistance. Make sure to look for the signs. Once you ask for help, they'll start appearing. Well, look at there's my dog who just appeared. Okay, so those are those cards, which are the crazy, sexy love notes. So those are the ones we literally just looked through. And the ones we had looked through before are the sacred self-care oracle cards. Sorry, my dog is going to probably drink water now for the next 20 minutes while we finish this up. Okay, so these are the cards we reviewed. These do not have a guidebook. They are the ones with the, okay, everything's falling apart at the very last minute. These are the ones with the artwork on the front, paragraph on the back, and the other self-care cards are the ones with this fray back. Oh, so funny. And then the artwork in the front. Okay, so like I said, I put all of these cards into one big pile for myself. This is what I like to do, just like this. I call it a super deck. So I can still easily shuffle. Oh. And the rest card came up, which I think is telling me it's finally time to rest. It's been a bit of a long day. So on that note, a good day to all, and to all a good day.